Hi everybody, it's Saltash Maths and English Studies, and today we're going to be covering indices and powers, which you may also hear if you're in places like America are called exponents. And you'll understand exactly what indices or powers look like, how to write them out, how to say them, and more importantly, how to calculate them. Enjoy the video.
So here's the idea. If we have 2 times 2 times 2, I could also rewrite that as 2 with this little 3 in the air. If I had 4 times 4, I could write 4, and again a small 2 just hovering above it. Or if I had 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, I could have 5 and a little 4 just above it as well. Can you spot the code that I'm using in this? Well, if I've got 2 times 2 times 2 equals 2 to 3, and 4 times 4 equals 4 with this little 2, then what we're looking at is we're saying I take the number 2 and I multiply it by itself 3 times. That's why we get 2 times 2 times 2, because I took the number 2 and I multiply it 3 times. Here it's saying take the number 4, multiply it by itself 2 times. So that's 4 times 4, 4 times itself twice. So now let's have a look at 6 squared. What would this mean then? Well, 6 to the power of 2. 6 with this little 2 written at the top. Well, this means take 6 and multiply it by itself 2 times. So that's 6 times 6. Or how about 5 with a little 6 at the top? Well, that means take 5 and multiply itself by itself once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, but a few. That is incredibly long-winded. It's so much easier to write 5 and the little 6. It's like notation. It's like a code. So we need to have some names to this. I can't just keep saying with a little 2 up in the air. So the first thing to note is that the big number, which we write normally, is called the base, and the little number is what this video is all about. That's the power. But remember, you can call it an indices, and if you're in America, you could call it an exponent as well. Now, how do you say this? Well, 3 with the little 2 we would say as 3 squared. When it's a little 2 there, it's got a special name, squared. And if I have 5 with the 3, then I say 5 cubed. That's the special name for when you write a 3. But those are the only 2 special names. Any other time we would just say something like 6 to the power of 4. Now if you've got a calculator, you can find these the ability to do powers or indices or exponents on your calculator, and here you'll see on this button in white it says X and it's got that little number, so I know that's the power of 2. So what that means is you would put into your calculator a number, press that button, and it would square it for you. And if you wanted to, you've also got one which puts any power in. So here I could put in the number, say 4, and then press that button, and if I wrote 5, then it would be 4 to the power of 5. And that's something you're just going to have to play around with and have some fun with.
So there you go. Now you know about indices and powers or exponents, and you have an understanding about how to say them and how the calculations work out. If you've enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and please like. There will be other videos in a series of these about powers of the more complicated nature, but for now you've got the introduction. See you later.